Recording. New file. This one. Okay, so today I guess I'm going to try to do something simple. So I was thinking to put like an astronaut sort of in front of like a portal, but I don't know how to do the portal. That I have to figure it out somehow. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I want something like that. It's kind of complicated to explain, but I will move on so you will see what I'm trying to do. So I want to take this background. I took it from yesterday. Yesterday. So how you been? Good. Yeah, it's been a long week. Yeah, it's pretty long week. Okay. So this is the image that I want to use for background. This one. It's sort of like eh, just a ground and a wall. So I want to put my eyes are sort of hurting. So I want to put like an astronaut here or something like here, and make a portal here to I don't know, another dimension maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 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 that's right. I use glasses, but right now I don't know where they are, to be honest. Uh, but yeah, I should use glasses. Yeah, that's true. Um, an astronaut. I guess I have this one here. I wanted to give them back. Ooh, yeah. So how I'm gonna take this guy is I'm going to use the magic. No, actually the quick selection, because the magic is gonna kind of make it very clear, especially the upper part here, because it's pretty similar this way with the clouds. So and the blue is pretty blue. So with this tool, I guess it's gonna be easy. I mean, you can do it with the pen tool, of course. It's gonna be better if you do it actually with the pen tool. But for this example, and because I'm trying to upload this to YouTube, um, I'm going to use this tool. But yeah, later on I'm going to do I guess I'm going to try to make an entire video on how to that could be really fun to record the video while I'm I'm doing the streaming, like behind the scenes. But yeah, I have to do a video of how to make different kind of selections and what tools to use and blah 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 blah. But yeah, that's true. I should, and it could be nice actually. My YouTube channel is the same as my Twitch. It's Rick Parto Photography. It's the same. I guess yeah. Well, I I do it the same, so it should be yeah. It should the same. It should have the same name. Um. Uh. Why I didn't use the pen tool? Because just for the time. It's basically just for that. Just for save a little bit more time. But as I say before, before, you should use the pen tool because it's gonna give you a way more clean selection of the subject. So it's way easier And especially this kind of subject that is not that complicated because it doesn't have hair or fur or complicated is like figures and stuff that you have to do with the pen, that you have to, you know, have to drag or something to do the line or something like that. But yeah, it's better tool, the pen tool, that the quick selection brush, I guess is the name of this. That the shortcut is W, if you want to know. Yeah, it's W. So if you want to know. Okay, so now that I have the selection, I'm just gonna press Ctrl J, and it's gonna give me the selection of this. Yeah, basically, you can see it's not that clean, you see, but I'm not gonna try to make the subject pretty close to the camera, like let's say to the camera. So I don't need to be like that clean with my selection in this case. If you want to make like something in front of the guy, like in front of the astronauts, for example, I don't know, an asteroid, sorry. An asteroid is sort of organic shape, so it's not, it's not that complicated to make a selection of a rock. But if you want to make, like, for example, a spaceship or something like that, right? In that case, it's better to use the pen tool, because if you're gonna put this the eh, the spaceship on front of the picture, you need to be really clean, the selection, like really clean, especially if you have specific edges of anything, for I don't know, the motor of something, I don't know, the wings or the windshield or something like that. uh what? I didn't understand the question. What do I like to use the erase? Maybe you're asking if it's good idea to use like the eraser tool to make this kind of selection. Um, you could, yes, you could, but in my opinion, the eraser tool is not that good. It's not that. I mean, it's a good tool because it's for what it is. It erases whatever you need. But there is another ways that you can use for delete some stuff if you don't want in the picture, that is not that destructive as erasing the with the erase tool. Like, for example, making a masking tape here, a masking tape, a masking layer here, for example here, and because it's white, right? With the black brush here, you see, with B, you press B and you have the brush, and the opacity is up to you. Let me choose this. Okay. And with the black color, you can erase, you see, you can erase whatever you want, and if you want it back, you just paint it white, and ta-da, you get it back, and it's not that destructive as if I use it on an eraser, so I rather use this like another techniques more than tech- more than more than the eraser tool, to be honest. So now I want to make the contact shadow, but first I want to make like a general shadow here. How did I turn the brushes? You make right click and you have this panel, right? And it's gonna be like this. This is the orientation of the brush. So if you take this dot, this point here, and you pivot up, you're gonna have the brush on angle. You see? Even more if you want, something like this. Yep. So this is I want to use this one for make. a general shadow here, and later here I want to make a contact shadow that is way stronger. The contact shadow, because remember that to make it feel like realistic, like a subject is there, it needs a contact shadow. And like here, especially later on the editing part, let's say, I have to make these areas way darker, like the bottom of the shoes, to try to blend a little bit this shadow with the dark of the body. And anyway, if I want to put a kind of a portal in front of him, the light that it projects to the astronaut, it makes a really strong shadow on the background, like all the way here on the. I'm looking here because I have my phone here, but the camera is here. All the way here on the back part of the head and the backpack and the pants and everything, you have to have a really strong shadow because it's gonna have a really strong light projecting in front of him. So later on we have to fix that, and as well we have to make like a long shadow, because if the subject is near to a sort of light, it projects a shadow, and it's a long shadow. And that's another thing, that, well, that I will explain when we get there. Okay, so now we have this. It doesn't look bad, but it looks everything too bright. So I want to dark everything. How am I gonna do this? I'm just going to, on the background layer, I'm gonna make a camera raw filter, and you press Ctrl Shift A, and it appears this panel here. That's the camera raw filter. And here I want to make dark. How can I make dark? Well, exposure, of course, make it all the way down. How dark I want it to be? Something like this, maybe. Okay. Maybe contrast to increase the darkness. I want yeah, this port to be a little bit wider, like lighter, no wider. And the whites, because I was thinking with the whites, if, but you see the whites give uh like a punch on the light itself, so it gives just a little bit more of light. I guess I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah. Okay, now right now I'm gonna leave this guy here. I'm gonna leave this guy here. I'm gonna take these two. Like, I'm gonna select these two. Shift. You select both of them. Like, you cannot see them because I switch off the layer. And with Control J, you group them. Wait, what is? Okay, J is this one, but what is the how do you pronounce the letter? Freaking hell! Wait, give me a second. I can't. I need to know how to pronounce this. I'm dyslexic, by the way. So if I make mistakes, that's why. And my mother tongue is not English, as you can see. As you can see. Uh, why doesn't appear the thing to make the sound? Okay. Okay, Google, you don't work anymore or what? What? English. J, and this is what? And this is G, J and G. Okay, with Control G, with Control G, you make a selection of the layers and you make a group. And now we have the group here. You see? We can call it Astro, now, whatever. And we can work on this layer that actually I want to work on the portal that I don't know how to do a make, like I don't really know how to make a portal. So my mother tongue is Spanish. Yep. Oh well, because I guess I'm more imagine this, I'm more fluent in English than in Spanish, and you see how I speak in English, like I I basically mumbling the words like in Spanish is way worse. So, and well, that's one. Second of all, I want to practice my English, and I guess I can reach in the beginning more people if I speak in English. And later on, even though there is some people that talk to me in Spanish in the same streaming, and I reply them in Spanish, like I have the ability to quite speak in both languages at the same time. But of course, I'm gonna make mistakes in both of them. So, and I don't care anymore, man. I'm almost 30, and I don't care if I speak well, if not. As long as you understand me and the things that I say or that I do is useful, and you can use it in your work, that's good enough for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Wookie the sloth, sloth, sloth. I cannot. I know what is a sloth, but I cannot pronounce it well. Is it sloth? Sloth, sloth, sloth. But yeah, I know what is it. I love that animal. Okay. Anyway, back to the this one. Okay. Um. So I was thinking to make a portal. How to make a portal? There is okay. There is a couple of ways, but I don't know what is easier. What you can do is take the pen tool and with the stroke with the color that you want to use, like for example yellow or whatever you use, and make the shape of the I'm thinking to try to do it another way because this is the way that everyone will teach you, you know. So I'm trying to figure out maybe another way to make to do it right. Okay, so I want the portal to be orange. Actually, could be really nice. Okay, so I want this to be maybe not that big. Okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. Maybe it's not a portal. Maybe it's like a door that is open, but like it's a interdimensional portal, but it's like a door. Like it's like a line. You know. So maybe we just need a small line here, something like this. Maybe could be really nice if it works. I don't know. And with the bucket, let's paint it orange. Good. Now let's copy this. Let's select the subject with control and select the layer. Like you click the layer and you make the selection. And I wanted to paint white. And this one I wanted to distort a little bit because I want it to be a little bit longer. done. Oh no, shorter actually. No longer shorter, shorter, shorter. Yep, something like this. Mm, okay, doesn't matter. It's okay like this. I could make it a little bit more here. Okay. Yep. Okay, this is cool. I like it. Yep. And now with a filter and a Gaussian blur, let's make this glossy effect. You see? It's pretty nice, right? It's pretty nice, and if you put it more, it's gonna give more and more and more. Yeah, maybe like this. And this one, same, but not that much. Maybe just a little bit. Okay, we have our tube. That's good. Do you play games on the? Right now I don't play video games. Like I do play video games, of course. Of course. But I play it by myself. What I'm saying is I don't stream the game because first of all I don't feel that I'm really good, and second of all I don't like the games that I play. Uh, the games that I play, I don't feel like a lot of people will like it. Like for example, I have like 150 hours on a game that's called The Binding of Isaac, and right now it's popular and everything, but not a lot of people like it because it's kind of hard to understand. So, but yeah, I can try to stream maybe once. Uh, whoa! Oh yeah, of course. Uh, okay, so I make a copy of the tube, and I just want to distort it a little bit and put it down. Put it all the way down here. Good. Now let's change the perspective, and with the one here down below, just put it down, like pull it a little bit, and make it this a little bit, maybe to fit a little bit more this one. Yep, good enough. But this one have to be. Let me see if I can change the blending mode. Maybe soft color, soft light. Sorry, it could be soft light. Yeah, soft light, soft light, soft light, soft light, soft light, and make it like this one. Good. Yep. Don't worry. Later I can make a small line here of the. Yeah, could be. But let me fuck no. Sorry. I want no. I want maybe. uh, yes, especially like okay. The important part when you play with lights are the corners. Like if the light is hitting the corner most of the time, make a reflection or something like that. And in the center is gonna be the wider part on a sort of light, on a source of light. So if you want to make like a small line of, doesn't need to be perfect, but something like that, it could works perfectly. And yeah, that yeah is It's pretty simple as that, you know. You don't need to complicate it too much your life. We try to figure out where to put the light and all of this. Just do it slowly, like what I did here. Like for example, I took a rectangle and I just put two colors, one in front of the other one, and the white just make it like shrink it a little bit. And oof, today the sky have to be really nice. Shrink it a little bit and just put the Gaussian blur and you have that glowy effect, but the lighting effect is not yet there. Later we put it with a solid color layer. You will see. You will see. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. So now we have this guy here. I like this guy here. Maybe a little smaller now to make. Okay, this is nice. Okay, to make the shadow, like we already did this shadow, right? Actually, we can put it. Nope. Nope. Ah, god damn it, for real? Wait. Oh, no, okay. No, it's fine. Uh, I thought I put all the layers in the same group. Control T, make it, we can put it a little bit bigger. Yep, something like that. And okay, to make the shadow of the astronaut, like the long shadow, we are gonna take the subject that we already have. We are gonna make a copy with Control J. If this is G, the R is J. Okay, so Control J. With Control J, we're gonna make a copy of the subject. You see, we make a copy here. There are two copy, and then with Control T, we gonna put vertical the image and drag it down to the feed. Put this one. Put the original layer above, and yep, now we have it here, right? Later we twist it a little bit to put it more closer to the subject, like to have the contact shadow and everything. My eyes are burning like hell. Okay, to make it dark, with Control L, we have the level panel layer on the layer that we select, that is this one, right? So we just, with this one, we just put it all the way down, all the way down. And now let me wrap this one, wrap, and just put the shadow a little bit more here, a bit more here, a bit more here. Good. Now, guess what? Yeah, Gaussian blur. You are right. You're right, Mr. Sloth. We need to put the Gaussian blur here. Not too much. Something like that. Not a lot. You don't need to put it too much. Because here, let's change the mode. Maybe we have something nice. We can mix with the bricks. Look, soft light is pretty nice. Again. Okay, so soft light it would be. Again. Soft light. Nice. But this is not yet. We make a masking layer, and with the black brush and the opacity something like 10% or something like that, start to paint the top part of the shadow, and just try to even lower, you maybe 5, and try to drag it down, like if you're dragging the shadow, like like you're trying to feign the shadow on the one behind, because as far as the shadow it is, as fading it is of the on the light, the shadow, so it's not that strong. So this give way like being way more realistic. And for example, here I could erase a little bit this area here, so we can see how the light goes through. You see, this is nice. This is really nice. You know, this shadow is really nice. Okay, now let's fix this guy. We need to make it darker. I don't know. Control Shift A, just on the subject, and just put it down. Just put it way down. Yeah. Ah, and I just move one thing, and you see, this is why I call it simple. I know, right? I, it's really simple. It's just as far as you know, like I never studied theory of shadows, lights, or anything. Like the only things that I know is about my university, and that's it. Like what I learned in my university, and believe me, it wasn't that like a lot of stuff. It wasn't a lot of stuff about the lighting and shadow and all of this. And Photoshop, forget it. They never taught me about Photoshop. Unbelievable. I study photography and they never taught. Well, I have with a really nice teacher. Okay. I have to punish myself because of this. Like I cannot say this. I cannot that they didn't give me a Photoshop class. They did give me one Photoshop class on third semester, I guess, with a really nice lecture. Really nice guy. He was a really nice guy. That he was fresh, new, graduated, and the university take him to work with them. It's a long story with the university doing that. But the guy was doing another thing. The guy was uh, I guess he was graphic designer. No, he was industrial designer. I guess industrial designer or something like that. And the university didn't have a Photoshop teacher for students that study photography, so he have to teach what he knew in the time, and it wasn't that much. It was like how to blend like letters to have a specific like patterns on the letters or something like that, and change the color of the hair or put another eye, like multiply stuff, and really easy stuff. But this kind of stuff they never teach us. I would love to be honest, that would be like a job dream for me to teach this in anywhere, like in. And well, I teach in you guys right now, right? But I cannot make, like, I cannot have the feedback as quick as I wish with you guys, because I have to read and I have to stop and blah blah blah. So I wish it could be more, like, way faster. But maybe one day, everything is possible. Maybe one day. I want to make this line a little bit faint with a Gaussian blur, because Gaussian blur is life, man. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. No, yeah, it's really nice, but for example, is I will love to hear you, for example, like what would you like to do on this kind of stuff, or like at the same time that I'm doing this, you could doing this, and I can look at you what are you doing and give you an advice. This will be really nice, but right now, well, this is what can I do. And I don't know, I'm thinking to maybe move to YouTube, maybe. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Sorry. Okay, so let's put the highlight on this guy, right? I want to make a highlight on this guy, so I'm going to use hue and saturation. Sorry, hue and saturation layer, colorize with this guy behind, with this guy clipped here. You clip with this, or with Alt, and in between the layers you can clip the layers, and change the color with something more orange, more reddish. Yeah, more like this. Yep, nice. Okay, so now invert this one, and I'm gonna select the astronaut, and with the white in this case I'm going to paint like things on top, like here, for example. Maybe not so much here, but here, yes. I want pretty much a lot of light here. Maybe I can change even the shoes, of course I can. Yes, I use the saturation blending mode to make the saturation layer, sorry, to make a color layer to do like kind of you see like how do you say, like it's not highlight, but like if the light is hitting him, because later on we're gonna do the highlight. I'm gonna teach you now. So if you want to do it with like colorize, like try to colorize anything in that way, it's really easy. You just use the hue and saturation, and you invert the layer, and just paint whatever you need to be paint, like for example here the top of the head and blah blah blah. Here I want to okay. Now I want to make this program. I want to make a solid color with an orange, but I guess a little bit more lighter, and a linear dodge, and I'm going to paint. Oof, it's true. Oof, I need to paint all of this. Did I took any course? No, actually, course. Did I take any course? Course, online courses or anything? Courses. Why is, because I know why I'm saying courses, but okay, forgive me for my English. Sorry. Um, did I take any classes online or anything? No. I actually, on photo manipulation, no. On Photoshop, yes. Um I actually took a, a online class on pet photography, and and I guess I took another one, but I don't remember right now which one I took. I took another one, but I don't remember. Hmm. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Oh, here no, but here yes, a little bit here. Here you need to be really careful with this. And in the legs, this will be nice if I do this actually. Mm, the front, but if I'm doing a stream, like, okay, how long I take to make a picture like this? If I'm doing a streaming or a video or something like that, around 1 hour, 1 hour and a little bit more, like 20 maybe. But if I'm doing it by myself with all the time of the world and I don't need to explain or anything or like make sure like everything is recorded and everything. By the way, okay. Around 2 to 3 hours maybe. I like to make small details on these kind of things. I really like these kind of, for example, these things, like make like highlights on the bricks and. But as you can see and as you can imagine, this takes time. This is not like. But I like these kind of things. I've been doing this. Well, do you mean Photoshop or you mean photography? Because I'm a photographer, by the way. I'm not a digital artist or anything like that. I'm not an illustrator. I'm a photographer. um, uh, but I'm sorry when I'm doing these kind of things. I'm in the zone. But if you mean since when I graduated from the university, it was in 2017 that I graduated from my university, and well, I came back to my country and I tried to figure out something. But here it's kind of complicated to be a photographer or any kind of artist, to be honest. So yeah, and then the pandemic hits like really hard here, and everyone started to losing the jobs. And like me, for example, like I was doing events or kind of stuff, and with the COVID and everything, no more work, no more money, no more nothing. But you're still hungry, you're still, you know, you still need to pay the bills and stuff. The things to be an adult, you don't hate it. So I started to doing like Photoshop for real, like these kind of things, and try to get like online jobs doing small stuff like album covers and all of these kind of things. Around like 2 years, I guess. It's been 2 years since I started doing Photoshop, like photo manipulations and all of these kind of things. Yeah. How hard is what? Oh, okay. You're asking me how complicated is to edit like Benny Productions? Well, the guy is really talented. The guy is really really talented, and the guy is really young. That's the thing. Is freaking young. It's like I'm like 10 years older than him, and he's doing things that professionals sometimes wish to do. Well, it depends really. Like, it's really depends on how quickly you can take, or how quickly you can absorb stuff, not from tutorials and like streams of Photoshop and all of this kind of stuff. It's more like how can you absorb stuff and use it on your own work. And I think he's really good doing that. Like if he doesn't know how to do something on Photoshop, he doesn't look for like a tutorial. He just go for it. And that's a thing that I believe that a lot of people, for example myself, needs more if we want to be really good on Photoshop and do the things that he does on Photoshop. Because yeah, it's really impressive what he does in Photoshop. That's true. But phew, as I tell you, it's like it's really up to you and how you want to, like, how much effort you want to put on what you want to learn. Because if you like something, if you really want to, like, if you really want to yeah, if you really want to, like, learn this kind of techniques and all of these kind of things, um it's just it's really up to you. It's because you can learn it, like, for example, the things that I learned in 2 years. Like most of the stuff, more of the things that I'm telling you right now to do and all of this is basically that I learned it in 1 year, 2 years max. But to be honest, I could be like, I could try it. I could try to make it like, fuck, fuck. Very, whatever. It's just a small bit. You can learn all of this in 6 months or less. It's really up to you. Is how fast or how quickly you want to learn something. Is not about your talent. Is more about your passion. So if you're really passionate on what you're doing, you learn everything really fast. If you really don't, like, not to say don't care, but like it really, like, you have really struggled on learning that specific thing and you are not enjoying it, it's gonna take you a little bit longer. That's it. I'm not saying that you cannot learn it anyway. You can learn it, of course. Wait, this is important. I'm gonna shut up for a second because I want to tell you this next step. Okay, I want to make the background. Remember, I told you that all of this area have to be dark because they have a front light hitting on him. So I'm gonna make a new layer with the color gray, with the mode overlaid and fill with over natural color, 50%, and with a black and white color here and a brush too. I'm just going to paint, and the opacity maybe uh, 5 I will put it, but 6 fine. Just try to paint like this a little bit, this, like, try to imagine the spine, right? And all the areas that is pretty, this should be pretty dark, like the backpack and the legs here, especially this part here on the shoes. It should be really dark because of the light. All of these two. Nice. Okay. Every detail gives a little bit more of realism. Now just put it a little bit down, maybe 280, something like that. See, it gives a little bit more of that. I want to make another solid color with an orange as well. Pretty light, same thing. Linear inverse this thing, but I want to paint this, the tube. Maybe one more, but small, a bit smaller. Yep. Um, how do I choose the colors? To be honest, it's like um, it's more of it's more of what I'm feeling on the picture. But you can use, of course, it's really good to use. Type on Google color wheel and use that thing as a reference. It's really good. It's really good. Believe me. You'll have a lot of reference. I want to make a small vignette with the gray layer that we make. Especially here on the upper port here, down here. So this give a little bit of more three-dimensionality to give more like more deep, sorry, more deep in the picture. I'm starting to forget my English. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I want to put something like dust or something like that with my with my stuff. I always want to put something like that. Mm, uh, no, I always use Photoshop. Uh, well, Lightroom could be, but Lightroom is more for photography actually, or Lightroom is just for photography actually. No, it's not for more. It's actually for photography. Um, and I like it, but I don't know. I feel like Photoshop will give you more, sort of more um like how do you say that? Like it gives you more, mm, not tools, but it gives you more like options. That's the word, options. Hey man, what's up? Good, almost finishing this astronaut thing. I'm trying to explain this. Yeah, Photoshop will give you a little bit more of tools, I guess, than Lightroom. But if these both softwares are for two different things, you know. So yeah, um, I can make another one, you know. I can put another one here. What I use, you just put a how do you search for that, black background effects, and it give you this kind of effects on Photoshop and Photoshop on Google, and you just take them on Photoshop, of course, and you just change the mode to screen. The black is gonna change to transparent, and you can use it just like this. You see? For example, here I want to maybe put a little bit, something like, maybe distort, could be. Yep. And copy and move it to another side and change, and a masking layer, and but actually no, wait, I'm gonna merge both of the layers, so I can work. When you merge a layer it's gonna change the mode to normal again. So you need to change it to screen. Sometimes it's gonna fuck you up really hardcore. But with this kind of technique that is just changing the to a screen because the background is black is pretty simple. You don't need to think too much to do these kind of effects, and it's pretty safe because it's in a new layer, so you're not gonna mess up the entire picture, you know. And here you just make a layer mask, a masking layer. My English. And just erase the areas that you don't want to be like too much. Maybe here, maybe here. The one in the middle I don't want too much because the middle is the sort of the light, you know. So whatever other light is around, it should be lower on the opacity or the brightness, because otherwise you're gonna just distract the eyes too much on on just small effects. So remember that all of this stuff is better if you leave it like really 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 subtle, like you don't overdo it too much. And sometimes it's better put all the way down the effect and just going a little bit up and up and up instead of going like like backwards. Sometimes you make it over the top more than what you think. I guess it's fine like this, you know. And we are already 1 hour here, so uh, it's almost like time to finish this. How's it going, man? Anything new? Do you like the picture so far? You know what? It could be really nice, but uh, let me see if I can do it. It would be really nice if the line, like, how to explain this? Okay, like this line. Okay, this line. Jesus Christ! The problem is both of them are okay. I want to make like the line to be like if a curtain is opening. You know what I mean? Like like is the line here, but it's starting to have a curve like here, like it started to open like this. You know, like if it's opening like a imagine like a cut, right? Like someone is cutting meat, right? It doesn't open like poof. It opens like this, right? Like in layers, like in slice, right? So I want like the effect like if the wall is opening like a slide, like this line to come here, but uh maybe using this sort. Let me. I'm not sure. You see, I'm learning with you. I'm learning with you these things as well. That's the good thing about. Well, okay, this is the difference about um doing like an online class or making something here. You know, like let me try. I don't know. Um, something like that. Something like that. Hola, Rollita. Something like that. Something like that, but not like that. But you know what I trying to do, right? Now you understand what I try to do. The problem is this light should be. This is the problem, you see. I need to be. Let's try it. Let's try it. I will try. I promise you, I will try for the last time. You see? Uh, it doesn't look that good. Where is the light? Oh, where is the light? This one. I'll try to erase all of this part here. Uh, maybe, maybe. I don't know. What do you say? What do you say? Do you prefer the long line or this one? Yeah, right. The long line. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. This one will be nice if it's like a sort of like a torchlight or something like that, you know? That could be really nice, but it's fine. Mm. Boom, 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 boom. I was thinking something like that, maybe. Mm. This one could be, right? Er, uh, okay. Let's delete all of this here. This one I need to delete it for sure. For sure. Uh, I guess something like that is fine, you know. Because I don't want it to have like, I don't know, I don't want it to be a straight line. That's the thing. I don't want it to just be a straight line. That's so, I don't know. I want to have a sort of a shape, but I don't know. Nothing is convincing me too much. Okay. Maybe if I, just if I make a bright, a bright spot here, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Hmm. Actually, should be right. Yeah. It's fine. Because if I leave it, nah. I guess I'm going to. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to leave it on the. This one. Which one is mine? You're mine. It doesn't. It doesn't work as I wish. So let's put there. Boom. and erase. Oh, erase a little bit this. There. Now, I guess that's it, guys. I'm just going to make. Okay, remember Control Shift E to merge all the layers in one and make it a new one, and Control A to make a camera raw filter. And now this is interesting because here we can put contrast, highlight, more light if you want, uh, less less brightness on the light if you want. The dark's a little bit more dark if you want. Shadows a little bit more. The clarity could be really nice if I put it up. Well, saturation. eh, Maybe a little bit. Maybe. Nah, just a little bit. Now in the curves, let's put it like. Do you do all of this process? Do you do all of this process for all the pictures? Yeah, I do. Well, like for example, this camera raw filter and all of this. Yeah, most of the time I do for all my work. Like this, for example, this is almost in all my work. It's really hard to find a work that I don't have with this, because I like to crush the blacks and play with these curves. To be honest, it's really fun. It gives a really nice effects. Mm, for example, here, let's tint a little bit up. Now I want to tint a little bit blue here, but this one, the light, I want it to be really yellow. But I want a bit of a tint of blue. There you go. You see? It's really nice. The green, well, we could play here if you want a little bit with the magentas. Just to make the reds really red. But I'll leave it here. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Some people like to play with this one. I honestly don't like too much to play with this one. This one I like it, but more if it's for photography instead of photo manipulation, because colors and stuff, you can change the colors and the saturation and luminance or the hue of the color in a specific color. And I guess the calibration is the last thing that I play with. Let's see. With blues, of course, it's gonna appear, right? Yeah, of course. Blues. I mean, more reddish, to be honest. More reddish. And this one. And this one. Something like that. Yep. I guess that's good enough. Hmm? So, from let me take out of this. Right. From we took actually we took just two pictures, right? We took this one over here. Wait, right. I'm so stupid. Sorry. We took this one, and we took this one. These are the two main photos that we took for this. Okay. and we finish with this one. What do you think? You like it? Yeah. So yeah, you don't need a lot of stuff to make a nice picture. It's just when when you have the tools. That is what I want to teach you. I don't want to teach you a specific technique. I want to teach you what the tools does, so you can use it as you wish. So if I need to put the camera in the phone here. I'm reading you from here. I, sorry, I closed the chat. The chat. Um, I want to teach you like what you can do and how to do it and how to uh, try to figure out how to make something that you want more than what the tools does, and you take this for this and you do that for that, because in the end you're gonna forget it, to be honest. And it will be more useful for you to learn, like, okay, if I want to make a portal, if I want to make a light, if a light source or anything, oh, I know how to make a light because I remember that in the last picture I used this and this and this, and it was something similar and blah blah blah. When you know the techniques, that's a plus, you know. You need to know how to use the tools. If you know how to use the tools, you know how to use everything. Ah, well, yeah, we need to. Yeah, I actually I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign the picture. And if I have a tablet, of course I will sign it with that. No, I do everything with mouse. Everything is with the mouse. I don't do nothing. I wish I could, but I don't have the money to. That's like $100 or something like that, man. That's too expensive, man. I don't. I barely have money for it, so for now, with my mouse is fine, I guess. For now. Later on, maybe if I have the opportunity to buy something like that. Okay, so yeah, I guess I hope you like it. Do you like it, right? Okay. Well, thank you very much, guys, for being here. Really, even though if we are just two, three, sometimes four, sometimes that's a lot. To be honest, just being with one of you is more than enough. Is a lot. Believe me, have someone to talk and explain, and this is really nice. It makes me feel like I'm trying to teach something that someone wants to learn, and that makes me really happy. So I hope you like it. Really, all the things that I try to teach, but as you see, I'm not a good teacher, but I'm trying to explain as much as you want. And as you see, you can ask me anything, and I will answer you anything as long as I know the answer, of course. If not, we'll try to find out what is the what we could do. Okay, guys, thank you very much. You can check this streaming if you want to see it again on my YouTube channel. Uh, that is somewhere there, I assume. If not, just find Rick Pardo Photography on YouTube, and I'm sure that you can find me there. And you can find this on Rico Artworks. This is my another account where I put all my photo manipulations. That as well is on my on the description on my Instagram, on my Twitch. One say photography. That is where I put all my photography stuff. And another one where I put all my this photo manipulation stuff. So this one is gonna be in the another one. And yes, guys, thank you very much for being with me again, and I hope see you again. And thank you very much for the following again. Really, really means a lot, and I hope you enjoy my streamings. And maybe later I will stream a game or something. Okay, just I will maybe try to do something later. I don't know. But okay, guys, I will try to edit this and re-upload it on the on the YouTube channel.